remember it's a little slow. Okay, so you could probably push it out just a hair.
Out?
Push it, yep, out. But I'm talking about, there we go, that's good, I like that. I think that's too far now, just a little bit. But it's this that I'm talking about, so. Yeah, I like that, that's not good. I think, what do you think?
That's way better with that mounted though, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a really cool setup.
I like it.
Okay. Good here, good there. I'm ready to walk you down. If you want to report your changes, report them this way. Otherwise,
Oh, good luck with that.
oh.
I'm just saying. Tell him that.
I'll fucking knock Matt Vandermeer the fuck out.
Okay.
I'll move all my bags here. I had them all stacked up nice.
I don't know if we're going to need to but I put it up that way.
So Mudhens baseball runs KDWA and about 9 minutes away from first pitch. I just want to bring you play action here on KDWA and KDWA in Fox. In Hastings, taking on the Hastings Hawks on this Sunday afternoon and not part of the Mudhens baseball stadium. My second pitch here is Hastings baseball taking on right here in the press box. So great day here. Great game here today.
Oh, Jan, just send it right by that. That's perfect. Thank you.
Third is going to be throw strikes. That hasn't been a problem for Jack Wright. Getting another start here for the Mudhens and pitching a lot of innings, and the majority of innings for them so far. But in order to use that good defense, the Mudhens will have to do throw strikes for Jack Wright. And not expecting any changes there, but those are going to be our keys. A gorgeous game time temperature over here in Hastings. We're at 74 degrees right now. A feel of 75. Good day for baseball. And we're happy to have that here for the baseball day on the Hastings Hawks on KDWA.
Were you arguing with them?
Yeah, just talking shit their way and, oh, you're going to go I'm like, hey, you want to change them? That's how you report them. You don't report them, you don't go in. And I'm not changing that. And then they say something else, I'm like, fuck off.
what? They're the only team that acts like that.
Yeah, you're not fucking special. You're not the New York Yankees. You're a town ball team just like the rest of us. Act like fucking adults.
Who was it?
Half the team.
Oh.
You know, of course, Mr. Friday being himself.
Oh.
Sean, you say, oh, I think it's up there. What? I'm fucking doing place here. You're broadcasting, right? Yes.
I just got to turn on.
Well, the microphone's on still.
Oh, that's okay.
But it's going to.
Welcome to Hastings Hawks baseball here this afternoon as we take on the Miesville Mudhens. Ben Teglin will start for the Hawks today on the mound. He'll be throwing to his brother Johnny T. And first batter stepping in is Ben Vujovic for Miesville, who is 2-1 on the season. Hawks come in 4-4 after the loss in Dundas. First pitch here is a single as Vujovic singles past a diving Jason Greeter over at second base. And Max Morris will step in, the designated hitter for the Hens. Hawks have Brandt at first, Greeter at second. Over at shortstop today is Dylan Larson. At third base is Kellen Rasmussen. Left field, Cooper DeSutter. Center field is Nolan Dressel, and then in left field today is Cooper DeSutter. DHing today for the Hawks will be Max Krebs. Ball one here there to Morris. And an off speed just high, 2-0 from Ben Tegeland. Hawks have lost 3 games in a row in league play. They are coming 4-4. There's a strike on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Ben. 2-1. Friday night lost 6-0 down in Dundas. I believe they said they had 8 hits, but left several runners on base. Unable to get anybody in. There's another strike on the outside corner. 2-2. Tegelin mixes speeds a lot. He will give up a lot of singles, a lot of base hits, but he don't walk very many people either. Just a kind of crafty guy who's been around a while and knows how to get the batters out. Got a 2-2 count here, and that one's hit sharply to Greeter, over to Larson, and over to Brandt, and that is a 4-6-3 double play. And there's quickly now 2 away for the Mudhens, and that'll bring up Joey Werner, center field from Miesville.
Now batting number 98, Joey Werner.
Lefty steps in against Ben Tegelin, and that's high for ball. And off speed's in there for a strike, 1-1. We do have our friends from KDWA in here today as well doing the Miesville broadcast. So got a lot of conversation going on at the same time, but this one's down and in, 1-1. So you may hear Andrew in the background talking or Bruce on the PA. 2-1 count here from Ben Teglin is just outside 3-1. 3-1 pitch from Ben. That's in there for strike 2. Teglin will throw a lot of pitches as well. I think he was up around 130 in one of his previous starts this year. So third appearance. And that is just outside for a ball. Ben really wanted that one. Kind of did a pirouette on the mound and walked away for a minute. And then it'll bring up Reinhardt, the cleanup hitter from Miesville. Werner at first, speedy runner. There's a foul ball hit, I believe, off of his step, and it's strike 1. So 1 strike here for Ben. Again, 2 away. Werner, a speedy runner over at first base, and cleanup hitter Reinhardt stepping back in. Just high, 1-1.
Hastings has not shown any indication they're changing the defense despite these powerful lefties, and Miesville has not shown that they're going to try and run.
And that one's hit foul of first base. Just a slow roller, dies in the grass out there. And it is now a 1-2 count.
This top of the first inning, a leadoff single turns into a 4-6-3 double play. Joey Werner walks, and now Reinhardt with a 1-2 count.
Go, Tag.
See if Werner's on the move here on a 1-2 count with 2 away.
Get out of this first.
He stays. That one's hit sharply, but that is foul again down the right field line. Hit that one a little better. 16 pitches for Ben so far here in the first inning.
1-2 to Brock Reinhardt. Werner on
And the pitch to Reinhardt up and away for a ball, 2-2.
secondary lead, and Reinhardt takes ball 2. Up for third, he be going.
So 2-2, 2 away here. Throw over to first, and he gets back.
Back in time. And Miesville playing their first game, or their second game of this week. Third if you go back to Sunday against St. Paul.
So we'll stay at 2-2.
Their first Wednesday
And that one's tapped foul. Back towards the fence here, 2-2. As I said, the Hawks 4-4 lost their first game with most of their players still gone to Northfield. Then went in on a 4-game win streak. And then came Memorial Day weekend, and this one is down and in for a ball. Full count here, 2 outs, so Werner will definitely be moving now. Hawks had a tough game against Cannon Falls. They lost. Hawks committed several errors in that game, and that was the problem with that one. And this one's outside for ball 4. So Ben with back-to-back walks as Reinhardt fouled off of 3 or 4 pitches there and was able to work a walk out of Tegland. And that'll bring up Evan Nelson.
How about in the shortstop, number 21, Evan Nelson.
After the Cannon Falls game, I should say, lost to North St. Paul on a Wednesday night. A good ball game, but North St. Paul able to pull out the victory that night. And then Friday night, as I said, they lost to Dundas 6-0 when the Hawks stranded several runners on base. Full contingent of Hawks here today. This one's popped up and out of play. And it's now 0-2.
There's a dollar fall courtesy of Michael Wilson Insurance Agency.
So Tegland up on Nelson 0-2.
Hastings Bus Company and Big River Bus Company are hiring. Call 651-437-1888 or 651-319-02.
And that one's fouled over by the concession stand. So 0-2 again.
The count doesn't change, but somebody's wallet will. $1 courtesy of Michael Wilson Insurance Agency.
There's a ball with Renner Roofing. Roofing tonight. Contact them at 507-757-8852.
Ben's got the ball he wants, and it's 0-2 again to Nelson.
Werner on second. Reinhardt's on first. Evan Nelson. Trying to avoid a Minnesota Realty strikeout here. 0-2. Tegland to Nelson.
Checks the runner, just barely gets a piece right almost out of Johnny's glove.
Good job of staying alive so far. He needs his bats, especially between Reinhardt and Nelson. He's seen nothing but strikes from Benny Tegland. Werner on second after a 2-out walk. Reinhardt on first after a 2-out walk.
So again, 0-2 here. Ben up to 24 pitches in the inning. Werner at second, Reinhardt at first. Both drew walks on full count pitches. That one's hit foul. And again, it's 0-2.
Michael Wilson Insurance Agency.
Really trying. Dive into these runs and not strain a couple here on just one hit to take advantage of these 2 top of the first walks.
And the pitch. That's high into left, foul left territory, and just gets over the fence into the bullpen area.
That's a little bit easier dollar from Michael Wilson.
Got under that one, hit it down by the Hawks mound down there in the bullpen, and again it's 0-2.
Beavish led off the game with a single. He was thrown out in a 4-6-3 double play. Werner walked, Reinhardt walked, Nelson with an 0-2. 2 on, 2 out, top of the first.
0-2. Outside, ball one.
Of the at-bat. If you're just tuning in, Miesville here in the top of the first. 3 out of the first 4 batters have reached base, but 2
And the 1-2. That one's hit deep to left. That's going to be foul. And over in past the corner there. So it'll be out into the trees outside of left field.
a Princecraft of Hastings home run. But
And we'll stay at 1-2.
Nelson's been that guy so far this season.
Not much of any wind to speak of today, so you're going to have to really muscle one out of here today. Ball down in the dirt, and Werner will advance to third base. Third, now there's runners on the corners with 2 away. 2 count again now to Nelson.
Now first and third for the Mudhens.
Taglin gets the sign. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Taglin wins the battle. Gets Nelson down on strikes. Mudhens get a hit. Erased it on a double play. Also get 2 walks, but the Hawks get out of it with no damage done. Through half an inning, it's Miesville nothing. Hastings coming to bat. We'll be right back. And we're back here at Betts Park in Hastings. Dylan Larson will lead off the bottom of the first inning for the Hawks as Miesville got a couple of runners on base, got its Werner as far as third base, but we're unable to score, and it's a 0-0 game here in the bottom of the first. Larson will lead off and play shortstop today for the Hawks. And first pitch fouled back and out of play, strike 1. Jack Wright on the mound for the Mudhens. I believe this is his 3rd start already for the year. Mudhens 2-1. There's a pitch there is a ball. Did not have a box score up for their loss, so we're not 100% sure if Wright pitched in that game, but he was the winning pitcher in their 2 wins. High again, 2-1.
I don't think rainouts, unfortunately and fortunately, are going to be a problem much this whole summer. We're going to be in a little bit of a drought, it feels like.
2-1 to Dylan Larson. Cutting a miss, strike 2, 2-2. And the pitch here by Larson, or hit from Larson, is hit up in the air. First baseman over and makes the play on the pop-up. Larson pops up to first base, and there's one away for the Hawks. So Nolan Drossel will step in. He's playing center field today. Nolan can play anywhere. He usually is out in center field or at shortstop for the Hawks. Today in center field as Larson is at short. First pitch fouled back out of play for strike 0-1.
Foul ball into the crowd. You see the Michael Frozen Insurance Agency. That's $1 for some kid out there.
So one away, 0-1 count. And that one's hit out to left. Down the line. And foul will drop in foul territory. And it'll be an 0-2 count now to Nolan Drossel.
Right along the side near the dirt. Just a long right roof and foul strike. It's 0-2.
Yeah, changing that.
Trying to stay alive here as Jack Wright gets up on him.
So 0-2 with one out here to Drossel. And that one's in between first and second. There's going to be a race to the bag, and Wright gets Drossel by a step. On the 3-1 putout, first baseman to pitcher, and there's two away, and that'll bring up Max Krebs, DH in today.
DH number 32, Max Krebs.
First time we've seen Max out here this year. So Krebs will step in and DH in today for the Hawks. Krebs reaches, Kellen Rasmussen would bat next. First pitch fouled straight back over my head for a strike, 0-1.
Someone's going to get $1 courtesy of the Michael Frozen Insurance Agency.
0-1 pitch coming. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Pulled the string there a bit on Max Krebs. 0-2. Two away here, bomb first, nobody on base. It's in the dirt, didn't get him to chase with that one, 1-2. Krebs with that open stance. First lead foot over towards the third base bag. That's up and in. Just missed his elbow there, and 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch is high. Full count now to Krebs. Batting third today in the lineup, as I said, Kellen Rasmussen is on deck next for the Hawks, should he reach. And the full count pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Might have been ball 4, but strikeout for Krebs. And the Hawks go down in order in the first. We're through one here at Vets Park in a 0-0 game. We'll be right back. And we're back here for the top of the second inning. Miesville and Hastings tied 0-0 through one inning. Ben Teglin out for his second inning of work.
Leading off for the Mudhens, first baseman number 66, Lucas McNellis.
McNellis will lead off for the Mudhens here in the second inning. Miesville got a leadoff single, erased a double play, had two more walks. Had runners on the corners, and then they got Nelson out on strikes. First pitch here is hit hard into left center. That's down by the fence, and McNellis will pull in with a leadoff double. And Miesville, the runner in scoring position now with nobody out. That'll bring up the number 7 hitter, Marshall Gordon, the third baseman.
Getting a chance here to play today over at third. McNellis on second. We'll see what Miesville. Struck by Lucas McNellis out to the center.
So waiting on the first pitch to Gordon, and that one stroked right into left field for a base hit. And there'll be runners on the corners as the Hawks get it in quickly there from left field as Cooper DeSutter gets it in, and they will hold McNellis at third. But runners on the corners, nobody out for the number 8 hitter, C.J. Dornfeld, who was the catcher today for Miesville. First two batters here in the second inning jump on the first pitch from Ben. And two pitches in, there's runners on the corners. That one just misses for a ball, 1-0.
So Gordon on first, McNellis on third, and the 1-0.
1-0 pitch. Check swing. Called a strike on the check swing, I believe, so 1-1.
On the swing must have been on.
Teglin up to 33 pitches here so far.
First and third.
And that one's off the end of the bat. Foul into the grass, and it's 1-2.
Hastings plus complete walks. This sort of realty strikeouts. Craft of Hastings home run.
Ben doesn't strike out many, but he could definitely use one here with runners on the corners and nobody out in the second inning. And he'll throw over to first. Gets the runner back. Dornfeld, the 8 hitter in the lineup, has a 1-2 count. Again, in the first inning, got the double play. This time it's up in the air over Greeter. That's a base hit into center field. It's 3 straight hits for the Mudhens. And runners are beyond the corners again with an RBI for Dornfeld.
Gordon goes from first to third. 3 straight hits to start in this top of the second inning.
Batting number 77.
5 pitches so far in the inning for Ben, but he's given up a double and 2 singles on those 5 pitches. And Hawks are going to have a visit at the mound, give Teglin a chance to recompose himself, talk things over with his brother Johnny T in the infield. Again, the runners on first and third. Catcher Dornfeld over at first base. You would not think he would be moving, but we'll see.
So far, I believe 9 runs on the season, including 8 in the season opener. So we're brand new.
And it looks like the meeting at the mound is done. So Eddie Piney will bat here, the number 9 hitter, second baseman for Miesville.
In the 9th spot here today for Miesville, leading 1-0, 4 hits, 3 of them to start off this time of the second inning.
So again, runners on the corners with nobody out here, second inning. And the pitch from Ben. Down, ball 1.
Ball 1, down the way. So Dornfeld on first, Gordon on third.
And the pitch. Just high, I believe, for a ball 2-0.
Decent pitch by
And that one's hit out into right center. Drossel coming over, makes a diving grab. He'll throw it into first as the run will score. And it is 2-0. Hawks do get the first out of the second inning, and the Mudhens now lead, as I say, 2-0 here with 2 runs in the second. So one away, runner on first base will flip over to leadoff hitter Ben Vujovic, who singled past a diving Jason Grader in the first inning.
Drives in yet another run, and we're back to the top of the order.
How about number 6, Ben Vujovic?
Excellent catch there, diving catch, sliding catch, I should say, from Drossel out in center. Threw it back to first, tried to get the back pick on the runner at first base, but he was back in safely. And the first pitch here was a ball. Next pitch, strike on the outside, 1-1. Tegelin now at 40 pitches here through an inning and a third. When Ben's going well, he'll give up a lot of singles, a lot of base hit, but he gets some double plays to get out of innings. Occasional strikeout. Does not generally walk too many guys. This one's hit out to left down the line, and Sutter cannot grab it. He was nice running play, but it popped out of his glove over by the warning track. Not sure if he thought he was closer to the fence than he was, but unable to corral that one. And it's 1-2 here with 1 away. So Vujovic will get new life here. 1-2 count. Dornfeld, the catcher, over at first base for the Mudhens. And that was hit pretty well out to right. But right there to make the grab is the Hawks right fielder today, Bennett Brathel, who's done a nice job this year for the Hawks, playing all over the place. And that is the second out of the inning as he flies out to right field. And that'll bring up Max Morris, who hit in that big double play back in the first inning. As he hit one out to Grader. Grader went over to Dylan Larson at short for 1 out and back over to first base Hant for the double play. Pitch here just high, I believe, for a ball, 1-0. Looks like to be more of a hitter's count or strike zone today for the batters. And the 1-0 pitch, that's away, 2-0. It's 2-0. Dornfeld still over at first base. He's going now. Pitch, strike 1 there. Throw down. Just gets in with a stolen base. Ball, I believe, was there. I think he just might have got around the tag. So 2-1 now to Morris with the runner now on second base. Ben checks the runners and fires. That's in swinging miss, strike 2. So you got Morris out in front of that one. Tegelin and the Hawks now 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. And the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Tegelin does get the strikeout to end the second, but Miesville plates 2. We're through 1.5 here at Vets Park. Mudhens 2, Hawks coming to bat. Back here for the bottom of the second inning, Hastings will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters up against Jack Wright, Rasmussen, Johnny Tagland, and Nick Brandt. So Kellen steps in. Just 14 pitches so far for Wright. That's away for ball, 1-0. Miesville definitely has been riding him early in the season. Like I said earlier, I believe this is his 3rd start already. That's hit sharply to third and gets through. And Rasmussen will reach on the... And I believe it was called an error, so... Runner on first with nobody out. First base runner of the day for the Hawks. So we're going to have Johnny Tagland, catcher.
Number 10, Johnny Tagland.
Rasmussen hit it pretty well, but right at the third baseman got through him, and the Hawks have their first base runner. And Tagland liner, but right at the second baseman, over to first for the double play. Hard hit ball right at Piney. Nothing the Hawks can do about that. Quickly 2 away here. And that will bring up Nick Brandt. Or excuse me, it's Bennett Brathel batting next. As the Hawks made a change in the lineup. So scratch Brandt will bat next. And Brathel will bat in the 6th spot. 2-0 count to Bennett Brathel. He's done a nice job for the Hawks this year. He's played some right field, some first base, and even some shortstop. He follows that one back to the screen, 2-1. So both teams' first base runners of the game were eliminated on double plays. And Brathel again straight back into the netting. And it's 2-2. Should he reach Nick Brandt is on deck. And it's in the dirt, full count. After Brandt, DeSutter, the 8-hitter, and Jason Greeter lines out the lineup today, starting for the Hawks. That's outside for a ball, so a nice job there by Brathel to walk with 2 away, and that'll bring up Nick Brandt.
By number 23, first baseman Nick Brandt.
So 1 on here, 2 away, bottom of the second inning. Hawks trying to get back into this one, down 2-0. Brandt takes a ball. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1.
Runner on first after a walk.
And that one's hit in the air, just a second base. He got underneath that one, just got it off the end of the bat, I believe, and that is the 3rd out of the inning as Brandt pops out to second base. We are through 2 innings of play here in Hastings. Miesville 2, Hastings nothing. We'll be right back. Back here for the third inning here at Betts Park, Joey Werner will lead off for Miesville. First pitch fouls that one back and out of play. Werner walked in the first, reached just over to third base with the second out of the inning, but Evan Nelson struck out to end the threat. Miesville did get 2 runs in the second inning. This one's popped up to short, and Larson ranges back, makes the play in very shallow left field for the first out. I bring up Brock Reinhardt, who had a long at-bat with Ben Taglin and drew a walk.
Number 23, Brock Reinhardt.
That walk he drew was after he fouled off several pitches. I believe about 4 pitches he fouled off. And able to work out a walk. Here just outside ball 1.
One out, nobody on, top half of the third inning. He's still again leading the Hastings Hawks 2-0.
1-0 pitch is hit high into right field. Brathel coming over down the line and is able to put that one away for the second out. That one was hit fairly deep into right field, about 20 feet in front of the track. Brathel down by the line makes the play, and there's 2 quick outs here. And that will bring up Evan Nelson, who struck out swinging to end the first inning. That's away for a ball, 1-0.
2 outs on 3 pitches for Taglin and Nelson with a 1-0 count. Bases empty, 2 outs.
1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0.
Scored a run on an RBI single by C.J. Dornfield and an RBI sacrifice fly by Eddie Maney. Take ball 2-0.
And the 2-0 pitch. That one's hit in the hole off Larson's glove, but that's a base hit all day. And a 2-out single. We go to Miesville as the base runner here in the third inning. And we'll bring up McNeilius, who doubled on the first pitch he saw leading off the second inning. So McNeilius up here, 2 away, runner on first. Taglin pitch down and away, ball 1. Ben at 55 pitches already through 2 2/3. The 1-0 pitch first and check the runner instead. Pitch here, strike on the outside corner. 1-1 pitch here to McNeilius. And the pitch is right back up the middle. Greeter is there. He'll touch the bag, and Miesville is retired in the third inning. 1 base hit is all. Runners stranded, and we are through 2.5. Miesville 2, the Hawks 0. It'll be DeSutter, Greeter, and Larson when we're back. Back here for the bottom of the third inning is Cooper DeSutter. They steps in for the Hawks, takes the ball high, 1-0. Right, just 26 pitches through 2 innings. Hawks have had 2 base runners, 1 reached on an error and 1 walked. Again, 2-0.
Two base runners that was quickly erased on a line drive to second. And Miesville got the double up on him.
DeSutter, Greeter, and Larson, 8-9-1 here for the third inning, and that one's hit well to left field by DeSutter. Left fielder backing, and makes the grab right in front of the warning track there in left field in front of Wayne Transport's sign there, and there's 1 away and a long fly out to left field. Bring up the veteran second baseman Jason Greeter.
Now batting number 4, second baseman Jason Greeter.
Greeter batting in the 9 hole today for the Hawks. And a first pitch strike to Greeter.
Base is empty for the Hawks.
And that one's popped back out of play and just over the fence. Almost stayed in play, almost able to make a play there behind the plate, but just got over the fence by about a foot. And it's an 0-2 count to Greeter. Garrison hitting .389 so far this year, having a great season. That one is popped up again behind the plate, coming back to the fence, and again just over the fence. Bounce rate hits the roof of the press box, and again 0-2 count now to Greeter. Greed 7 for 18, scoring 3 runs, driving in 4 so far.
Couple cameras up here too for no defense up here. The 0-2 again from right.
And that one off speed is just high, 1-2. Nice off speed there, just hung a little bit. That neither pitcher getting that call to strike today. So 1-2. And the pitch hit out to right field from Greeter. He's got the right fielder. Vujovic has got it measured for the second out of the inning. Flies out to right field, and that'll bring up the leadoff hitter, Dylan Larson.
Now batting number 47, shortstop Dylan Larson.
Larson hitting .300 now, 3 for 10 this year. And first pitch here to the third baseman, hit pops out of his glove and no play. So Larson will reach with 2 away on Miesville's second error of the day. Both of them on the third baseman Marshall Gordon.
Your next batter, center fielder number 1, Nolan Drossel.
So Drossel bat next.
Jack Wright from the pitcher's mound won the foot race over to the first base bag. So good defensive play on the right side of the infield for Mudhens as now right.
That's a ball. Drossel came in today hitting .333. Grounded out to first, and his first bat. Pitcher beat him over there by a step. The speedy Drossel made it a close play. Runner goes. Throw down to second, and he's in there standing, but the stolen base is Larson. So the 2-out steal, and now a 1-1 count to Drossel. Good speed on the base paths and great speed at the plate.
Miesville already leading 2-0. 2 runs in the top of the second. Now a 1-1.
1-1 pitch. That one's hit out to center field. Shallow. Warner is there, though, to make the play. And the Hawks are done in the third inning. One more base runner stranded. And we're through 3 innings here, 2-0. Miesville. And they will have the bottom of their order. Gordon, Dornfeld, and Piney due up in the top of the 4th. We'll be right back. We're back here at Vets Park. Start of the fourth inning. Miesville leads the Hawks 2-0. And first pitch here off speed, hit into center for a base hit by Gordon, who is 2 for 2 today. Struggled in the field with 2 errors for the Mudhens over at third base, but 2 base hits at the plate, and he is at first, nobody out. Number 8 hitter Dornfeld will step in. And that one just misses 1-0. Dornfeld with an RBI single in the second inning. And that one's fouled back out of play, 1-1.
Little extra action for the crowd, courtesy of Michael Larson Insurance Agency.
1-1 count here from Ben. He's at 62 pitches. He'll throw to first. Close play. Just gets back in.
He has to dive back just in time. Good move by Ben Tigland. Throw it over that way. Miesville in there.
And this one's hit over to left field, and DeSutter did not make the catch, they say, and there'll be runners on the corners as DeSutter made a diving attempt down the line. And we'll have runners on the corners with nobody out here for Piney, the number 9 hitter. Piney hit one to right center his first time. Nice sliding play by Drossel. Got the out, but he was sacked fly.
Now batting 77, Eddie Piney.
Up to 10 runs driven in, and now the line right towards.
And that's past the diving Larson for a base hit into center. And they get the runner at second as they backpick him at second base for the first out of the inning. Dornfeld caught too far off the bag, and the Hawks get the first out of the inning. Miesville scores the 3rd run of the game on their 8th hit, and have one away here. Piney over at first base now. Vujovic, the leadoff hitter, will bat. That one's hit down the line and left. That's going to be foul. And lands over the fence, a 1 hop, into the bullpen.
Now by number 6, Ben Vujovic.
So 0-1 count here to Vujovic as he fouls off the first pitch. Throws over to first, moves Piney back. Piney's a speedy runner, keeping him close as he can here as Vujovic takes another strike. So 0-2 count here as Teglin's up on Vujovic. And the 0-2 is outside for a ball, 1-2. One and 2 count here. One away, runner on first. And the pitch. That one's hit well to right center. Drossel moving back. He will make the play. And Piney will have to retreat all the way to first base. He was almost on the second base bag when it was caught. And here in Vets Park, that is a fly out. It might have been a home run down in Miesville, but here it's an out. Especially with speedy Nolan Drossel able to race back, make the second out of the inning. And I bring up Max Morris, 0 for 2 thus far. Strike 1, called on the off-speed pitch.
Trying to pitch out of a jam. He's still plating another run here in the top of the 4th, leading 3-0 lead out. The Hawks 8-0. Piney driving in 2, Dornfeld driving in 1. And it's 0-1 to the designated hitter Max Morris. Drive out to left field.
That's hit the left field line, but foul.
Just on the other side of the foul line for a render-roofing foul ball as Morris was looking for extra bases.
0-2 count here. Morris hit into that big double play in the first inning and struck out swinging to end the second inning. Miesville with 2 in second have 1 run in here in the fourth and lead the Hawks 3-0.
The bottom of this Miesville lineup now 5 for 5 with all 3 runs driven in, including a sacrifice fly. 5 singles.
And the pitch here to Morris, a slow roller out. Third baseman Rasmussen makes a nice play, throws it over first for 5-3 put out, and Teglin and the Hawks get out of the fourth inning, giving up 1 run, and through 3.5, it's Miesville 3 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The Hawks no runs, no hits, and no errors. Dressel, Krebs, and Rasmussen will be up when we come back.
Number 32, Max Krebs.
We're ready for the bottom of the fourth inning. Max Krebs will lead off for the Hawks here. Krebs struck out swinging back to end the first inning. Second at bat, second look here at right. Outside for a ball, 1-0. As I said earlier, a bit of a hitter's zone today, I believe. A little smaller zone as both pitchers just missing on several pitches. This one's in there for strike 1-1. Right now at 40 pitches through 3+ innings.
Jack Wright, 1-1. Nobody on, bottom of the fourth inning. It's cloudy day. You're listening.
Cut and a miss, or fouled into the glove of the catcher, 1-2.
Of Dornfeld.
Hawks with some
1-2.
activity down in the bullpen. This is over for a ball, 2-2. Looks like there's a right-hander warming up. We'll see if there's a change in the fifth inning or if Ben Teglin will come back out. 2-2 pitch to Krebs, leading off the bottom of the fourth. Fouls that one back into the backstop. And we'll stay at 2-2.
So Krebs struck out. Kellen Rasmussen reached on an error his first time up. Johnny Teglin hit into a line drive from the play. All scheduled to hit for the Hawks here.
And another 2-2 pitch on the way is down and away for a ball, and we have full count 3-2.
On a 3-2 pitch. Not to do the same here and put the
And the full count pitch. Swing and a miss gets Krebs down on strikes. And
first down to the bottom of the fourth.
there's one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Rasmussen hit a sharp ball to the third baseman who was unable to make the play, so reaching on an error back in the second. And he will bat here with one out in the fourth. Fouls that one out of play, 0-1. Johnny Teglin on deck. He hit a hard ball right to the second baseman line drive. Turned it into a double play as Rasmussen had nowhere to go. Back in the second, he will bat next. This one's hit sharply into right center and down for the Hawks' first hit today. Kellen Rasmussen with a base hit with one out here in the fourth, and Teglin, as I said, will bat next. Johnny hit one just as hard as the one Ras hit a moment ago, but it was a little lower right at the second baseman, and unfortunately it was 2 outs as it doubled off Rasmussen at first. He'll bat here again, Rasmussen again at first with 1 out. And the pitch, that's high and in, 1-0.
You're listening to KDWA Hastings, AM 1460, FM translator 97.7, W249.
And the 1-0 pitch, Johnny T swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1. Next pitch will be Wright's 50th of the afternoon.
1-1, Rasmussen sitting on first.
Throw over to first, try to keep Rasmussen a little closer, and it'll be a 1-1. Ben Brathel on deck, walked his first time up. Been a nice addition to the team this year. That's inside, 2-1.
Vinny Waddell warming up.
Vinny Waddell, Bruce says, is warming up in the bullpen. We'll see if he or Ben Teglin comes out for the fifth. Breaking ball just outside, 3-1. Of course, Teglin, the catcher for the Hawks, has had a pretty good look at the strike zone behind the plate today, and he had that one measured right away. Was backing out of the box. Knew it was going to be ball 3. 3-1 hit out to center. He got underneath it, though. Werner's coming way in, but he wants to play for the second in out of the fourth inning. And as Bennett Barath will bat next. So as I say, been a nice addition to the team. Been a fun guy to be around, and
Number 7, Bennett Brathel.
seems to be appreciating his time here at the Hawks. Been a 278, 5 for 18 on the year, 4 runs scored. Has driven in 5, so he's had a nice start to the year. Fit in well on and off the field with the Hawks. So Bennett will bat here with 2 away. Rasmussen at first is going, and that's fouled off for strike, 0-1.
We'll send Rasmussen back to first. He got a good jump off of back right. And the Hawks testing the arm of Dornfeld behind the dish.
So Rasmussen back to first base on the fall pitch.
2 outs here, bottom of the fourth. Miesville still leading. Hawks trying to get their first rally of the day. Jack Wright's done a really good job.
And Wright has the sign. And he'll throw over. Rasmussen dives back.
Thanks for covering for me since I had to stop the music.
2 outs in the fourth.
So 0-1 count here. Swing and a miss. Throw down to second. And Rasmussen is in safe with the stolen base.
Over at short. Nice job by Dornfeld and a good jump by Rasmussen. He gets the stolen base.
So Bennett down in the count 0-2, but he has Rasmussen out there now in scoring position at second base. Base hit hopefully could get the Hawks on the board.
Now Rasmussen here in the fourth. The 0-2, right, trying to get the third out of the fourth.
And the 0-2 pitch. That's hit out to short. Rasmussen tries to move in front of the shortstop Nelson, but he's able to make the play over to first. 6-3 putout. And the Hawks are done here in the fourth inning. Miesville still leading 3-0 as we go to fifth. And once we come back, it'll be Werner, Reinhardt, and Nelson, 3-4-5 for Miesville. And we're back here for the top of the fifth inning. Vinny Wodell will come in for the Hawks and pitch the fifth inning. Ben Teglin goes 4 innings, gives up 3 runs. Ben walked, I believe, 2 back in the first inning and struck out 2 as well through his 4 innings of pitching. 71 pitches for Ben on the afternoon. So Vinny Wodell will come in as the second pitcher for the Hawks today, and he will face Joey Werner.
Has a tough matchup in his first pitch here in the top of the fifth inning. Joey Werner, he's 0 for 1 on the day, however, flew out to short and walked where he was stranded at third back in the first inning, and now...
And there's a foul ball, 0-1.
And foul ball, just put $1 in a fan's pocket, courtesy of the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
So, Miesville trying to win his conference contest, the 0-1.
And the 0-1 delivery is down for a ball, 1-1. Vinny's appeared in 1 game, pitched just 1 inning, given up a hit and a run. No walks, 2 strikeouts, but he did hit a batter as well. So a 9-run ERA in his 1 inning of work so far. A 1-1 count from Wodell to Joey Werner. And that's rolled out to short. Larson unable to make the play, and Werner will reach on the air to the shortstop Larson. And Werner all the way to second base as that ball just kind of died in shallow left center field. Nobody could get to it in time, and a quick 2-base error on the Hawks.
Batting left fielder number 23, Brock Reinhardt.
So Reinhardt steps in, a walk and a fly out. He's 0 for 1.
Raffle had to track down and eventually caught it over his shoulder. American flag, a little bit of movement up in dead center.
And that's high for ball 1-0.
Fires in ball 1. Got a ground ball to short from Werner. Now trying to pick up his defense with Evan Nelson waiting on deck. 1-0 to Reinhardt.
Wodell checking the runner, and he fires. Werner's going. Throw down to third, and he got, they called him safe. I thought they had him, but they call him safe. Ball was definitely there, might have beaten the tag. So Werner over at third base. A 1-1 count, and nobody out here in the fifth. Reinhardt at. Hawks will bring the infield in down 3-0 and see again. Keep the speedy Werner at third base. That one's popped up into center field. Left center, long run for DeSutter will make the play. Throws it in. The Hawks will cut it off as Werner is safe on the sac fly. And it is a 4-0 Miesville lead. So, unearned run here in the fifth inning gives Miesville the 4-0 lead.
Batting 21, Evan Nelson.
1 away, nobody on now for Nelson. 1 for 2, struck out in the first, singled back in the third inning.
In a 4-0 ball game.
First pitch from Vinny is outside for a ball, 1-0. Outs,
he stranded on first. So Vinny Wodell gives up an unearned run to start the fifth. Miesville just nickel and dime.
And the 1-0 pitch.
2 in the second, 1 in the fourth, 1 in the fifth. Still going here as
outside for a ball, 2-0. Vinny's just a second appearance at the Hawks, and I think this is the first time I've seen Johnny T behind the dish this year. So guys getting used to each other here. First time working together. 2-0 count to Nelson, the number 5 hitter for Miesville. And that one's hit high to left field, down the line. DeSutter tracking it, And he'll make the play down there in the corner for the second out of the inning as Nelson flies out to left field. And there's 2 away. Nice play there by DeSutter. And now McNeilius will bat next. Doubled and scored in the second and grounded out to second base in the third inning. That ground out in the third inning ended the top of the third for Miesville. And the pitch down and away for a ball, 1-0. Miesville, a lot of base runners so far today. I believe Morris, the number 2 hitter, the only man not to reach yet in the ball game. Miesville 8 hits, couple walks, and reached on an error. 1-0 pitch here from Vinny. Swing and a miss, strike 1 from McNeilius.
Challenge fastball, 1-1. Base is empty for the Mudhens big first baseman Lucas McNelis. 1-1 from Waddell.
And Waddell on the 1-1. Nice pitch there, 1-2.
Across the plate, good pitch taken by McNelis. Waddell with the lost art of kind of hiding the ball. And a lot of pitchers don't really do this anymore. Kind of uses his body, brings that ball back around, and pitching from the stretch. And I really like his pitching motion. And now
That's down and away, 2-2.
it doesn't really show it
Waddell to McNelis.
second, which really gives you that extra split second against the batter. And you shouldn't
Vinny, 13 pitches here so far in the 5th inning.
that early.
Joey Werner reached on a 2-base error, stole third, came in on a sacrifice fly.
Has
Nelson fly out to left, so 2-2 here with 2 away.
McNelis, the 2-2.
That's down and away for ball, so we have a full count. Waddell to McNelis.
An RBI sacrifice fly by Brock Reinhardt drives in the run.
McNelis, the 6th hitter in the lineup today for Miesville, at first base.
Sun maybe poking it.
Third baseman Marshall Gordon on deck for Miesville should he reach.
Haven't had a whole lot of sun all day. It's been overcast skies. 3-2. Base is empty. 2 outs.
And the full count pitch, and that's away for ball. So a walk to McNelis,
By Waddell.
and that will bring up Gordon, who's 2 for 2, scored on singles.
Number 10, third baseman Marshall Gordon.
And
Doing this again.
again, he is up for the 3rd time, singled and scored back in the 2nd and the 4th innings.
3 runs driven in. Reaching
The bottom of this Miesville lineup now 5 for 5. 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs.
So now McNelis on first.
7, 8, and 9 hitters, Gordon, Dornfeld, and Piney. First pitch here to Gordon high for a ball, 1-0.
Taking for ball 1. 2 pitches, 2 singles. Now a 1-0 count here in his 3rd at bat. McNelis on first. And the 1-0.
1-0 pitch. Runner stays put. That's called a strike, 1-1. Big Nellis over there didn't seem to be taking much of a lead over at first.
Continue this inning. In the center field, if it has been
And Gordon
flag, I should
has a 1-1 count here.
he was about to straightaway center, but there's really not a whole lot of movement out there. The 1-1.
And that's high, 2-1.
Check swing holds off. There's Gordon, and it's high 2-1. Gordon scored on the Piney sacrifice fly back in the 2nd, and then the Piney RBI single in the 4th.
So 2-1, runner on first here with 2 away. And that one's tapped out to shallow. Second base, Greer runs in on the 2-hopper, makes the 4-3 put out, and Gordon and the Mudhens are done in the top of the 5th, but they add a 4th run and now lead 4-0 through 4.5. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the Hawks order. Brandt, DeSutter, and Greeter trying to get something going for the
Alright, it is
Hawks.
the bottom of the 5th.
Back here for the bottom of the fifth inning, Hastings down 4-0. And the bottom third of the lineup, Brandt, DeSutter, and Greeter due up. First pitch here, called a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Brandt popped out to second base in the second inning to end the second. Leading off the fifth, fouls this one back. Oh.
That baseball may be foul, but the reward is definitely fair thanks to Metro Personal Insurance Agency.
0-2 pitch, check swing, called strike 3, and Brandt is down on strikes. So Cooper DeSutter will bat now. One away here in the fifth inning. DeSutter just missed a home run his first time, flying out to deep left field. And that one is up and in for a ball, 1-0. DeSutter hit it just short of the warning track and straight away left field. That one's called a strike. Nice off-speed pitch there, 1-1.
DeSutter part of 3 fly ball outs to the outfield in the third inning. One to left, one to right, one to center.
And the pitch down and in for a ball. 61 pitches so far for Wright in 4 1/3 innings. So he's kept his pitch count down and been the main pitcher for Miesville so far this season. It's high off the glove into the backstop. And 3-1 now to DeSutter as he's up in the count. See if he gets a fastball here. Something he can do with it. Maybe look for one in the middle in and drive it. And he goes off speed and gets it in there for a strike, full count. So Wright, not afraid to throw that off speed at 3-1, throws it for a strike, and it's a full count here to Cooper DeSutter. Another one, that one's inside, and DeSutter will walk. So a strikeout and a walk so far here in the fifth has the Hawks with 1 on, 1 out. 9-hitter Jason Greeter will bat. Greeter hit a fly ball to right field for the out in the third inning, and his first at bat of the day.
1 on, 1 out for the Hawks. Here in the bottom of the fifth, Miesville leading 4-0.
And that's down away for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch to Greeter, strike, 1-1. Wright's just given up 1 hit to the Hawks. 2 walks. A couple have also reached on errors. This one's fouled back over our heads, 1-2.
Little extra action for the kids in the crowd, courtesy of the Michael Corson Insurance Agency.
DeSutter over at first base, 1-2 to Greeter here. High, 2-2. Two and two with 1 away. DeSutter over at first. Cutting a miss. Greeter down on strikes. So the second strikeout of the inning for the Hawks. And there's 2 away now for Dylan Larson with DeSutter over at first base.
Now batting the shortstop, number 47, Dylan Larson.
4th strikeout of the day for Wright to go with 2 walks. Larson 0 for 2, reached on an error. Stole a base in the third inning, but Hawks stranded him at second. Hawks have had a runner reach second twice today and no further. This one gets away from the catchers, ball 2. DeSutter down to second base. Looks like they may have been a cross-up over there as the ball bounced out of the catcher's glove. So 2-0, 2 outs to Sutter now at second base. If Hawks get a base hit here, might be able to plate a run.
Right, trying to pitch around a runner in scoring position.
That one's fouled back out of play, 2-1.
Duck, dodge, catch, or collect. That's another sponsored foul ball from the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
Jack Wright trying to get through 5 scoreless here in the bottom of the fifth.
So 2-1 count here with 2 away. Outside again, ball 3, 3-1.
He has stranded 3 Hawks base runners. Miesville has stranded 6 through their first 5 half innings. Plating 4 runs on 8 hits.
And 3-1 is outside again. So Larson draws a walk. Second walk of the inning by Wright.
Your next batter, center fielder number 1, Nolan Drossel.
And the third walk of the game for Wright. Second of the inning. He has 2 strikes, 2 walks so far here in the 5th. 75 pitches. And Nolan Drossel will bat 0 for 2. Ground out first and a fly ball to center field so far today.
So 2 on, 2 out for the Hawks here in the bottom of the 5th.
Strike on the outside corner, 0-1.
He's given up 2 walks.
Potentially a big at bat here. Hawks down 4, about 2 on, 2 out. Drossel puts one out on the outfield. Good speed on the base paths and at the plate.
Strikes on to Drossel.
It's inside for a ball, 1-1.
Drossel, the lefty center fielder. Jack Wright. Had a clean first inning since then.
Finally, a little bit of sunshine out here. Finally at Betts Park. Been overcast all day, and this one's fouled back over the backstop. 1-2.
Somebody just earned a buck from the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
So Drossel now in a bit of a hole. 1-2, 2 away. Runners on first and second base.
Right from the stretch.
And the pitch. That one's hit out towards short, and Nelson's able to corral it. And so a line out to shortstop ends the 5th for the Hawks. We are through 5 full here at Betts Park in Hastings. Hawks down 4-0. Dornfeld, Piney, and Vujovic due up for the Hens 8, 9, and 1 when we're back. And we're back here for the 6th inning. C.J. Dornfeld will lead off for Miesville, number 8, 2 for 2 today with a run bat in. Bottom of this Mudhens lineup now, bottom third, 5 for 6. As the Hawks finally retired Gordon in the 5th inning, the 7-hitter. This one's out down the left field line, but foul and will bounce over the fence. And a foul ball, 0-1.
Dornfeld getting the start today. for 2.
I mentioned the kid's name.
And at second and a second. Out at second on a base running miscue in the 4th, but overall, did a really good game.
And the 0-1 pitch from Benny Waddell's down for a ball, 1-1.
Marshall Gordon, the 3rd out of the 5th inning, but other than that, Seth has reached base every single time, except for a sacrifice fly by Eddie Piney. Gordon 2 for 3.
Dornfeld back and ready. 1-1 count here from Benny Waddell to C.J. Dornfeld. That one's chopped foul, 1-2. Waddell's second inning of work after Ben Teglin started and went 4 innings. Miesville got a run last inning off of Benny, but unearned run as Joey Werner reached on a 2-base error to start the inning. He came around on a sacrifice fly.
First away game of the season. First 3 games played at the Jack over in Miesville.
And a 1-2 count here from Benny. That one's hit foul again. This one down by the Hawks dugout, and we'll stay at a 1-2 count.
For all your roofing repairs, you won't go afoul with Renner Roofing. Roofing done right. Contact them at 507-757-8852.
So 1-2 count here. Again, after a couple foul balls.
On Sunday for a 4-game homestand.
And the pitch. That's a slow roller about by the second base bag. Larson over makes the play. Nice stretch by Brandt at first. And the 6-3 put out. And they retired Dornfeld for the first time today. Now bring up Piney, who's 1 for 1. Sacrifice for RBI back in the second inning.
Miesville plays Hastings today for the last day in May, and then again on June 21st.
First pitch high, 1-0.
Northfield twice in 10 days, June 17th. And then we'll kind of step away from a couple of the conference games, or the league games, I should say. And playing in Red Wing.
And the 1-0 delivery from Vinny is hit out to second base. Jason Greer's over. He's got it, 4-3 put out, and quickly Waddell 2 outs here. And Vujovic, the leadoff hitter, come up. Nobody on base.
Back to the top of the order, number 6, right fielder Ben Vujovic.
They'll host later on in the season kind of a nice road swing, starting on June 26th, where they have 5 of 6 games on the road, and then they end nearly every single game at home before the regular season finale on the road.
And the pitch here, that one's hit high into shallow right field. And Bennett Brathel's in to make the play. 3 up and 3 down here in the 6th inning for Vinny Waddell. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th with Miesville up 4-0. Hawks will have 3, 4, 5. Krebs, Rasmussen, and Johnny Tegland up in the bottom of the 6th inning. And we'll be right back. we're back here in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Number 32, Max Krebs.
Krebs will bat for the third time against Wright today. He struck out swinging his first two at bats. DH for the Hawks today.
Just some tossing right now.
And that one's popped up over our heads for strike one. Krebs, Rasmussen, and Teglin do up.
Find that baseball, you'll find $1 courtesy of the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
Right at 80 pitches here so far. Breaking ball, nice one over the plate. 0-2. Miesville just some light tossing down in their bullpen. Somebody's just starting to get loosened up. And that one's hit down the line, just foul third base, and we'll stay at 0-2.
So Jack Wright.
How many do you think Jenkins would be?
A righty.
0-2 pitch high and wide, ball one.
Pitch by Wright with a better eye by Max Krebs.
How many do you think Jenkins would be? Right straight down into the ground with the funnel right here.
1-2.
And it's a 1-2 count here to Krebs. That's down in the dirt, 2-2.
2-2 now. Right to Krebs. Krebs doing a good job of not chasing. Getting 2 strikeouts. Wright only has 3 of his early 2 strikeouts. 2-2.
And the pitch here, off of the helmet.
Inside. Krebs gets hit on the helmet, and hopefully he's okay. First hit by
Max leaning over on, got his hands on his knees. Looks like he is okay, but Sean Matson coming out to talk to him right now.
Everyone's okay, and I think the helmet maybe got busted up on that one a little bit.
Sean checking him out, looking something by his ear, it looks like, plate. Must have been about where he got hit by the pitch.
Umpire talking things over. Krebs needed an extra second on that one.
And they may be taking Max out for a pinch runner. They always could bring him back re-entry and have him bat later if they like, but for now, at least, there's going to be a pinch runner.
Discussion. Looks like 24. I don't have a 24 on my Hastings Hawks roster,
So it's Charlie Rudd, we believe, down at first, wearing 24 today.
Number 24, Charlie Rudd. Not batting 14, Kellen Rasmussen.
hopefully Krebs is okay.
So pinch runner at first, nobody out here, and the leadoff hit by pitch.
Rasmussen, he's reached base twice. One for
And Kellen Rasmussen will bat.
on for Hawks now.
Taps one foul. Rasmussen led off the second inning, reached on an error. Was erased on the double play by Johnny Teglin when he hit a really hard line drive right at Piney at second base. Rasmussen got the Hawks' first hit of the game in the fourth. Single, stole second base and stranded at second base back in the fourth inning.
Heads up in the stands. Another $1 courtesy of the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
Bottom of the order driving in 3 of those 4 runs.
So 0-2 now to Kellen Rasmussen. And he hits that one out into shallow right field. The right fielder has that one measured for the first out of the inning. Charlie Rudd back to base. I'm Johnny Teglin.
Johnny Teglin.
Johnny T 0 for 2, as I said a moment ago, hit a very hard ball right at the second baseman, turned it into a double play. He also flew out to shallow center field back in the fourth inning. And that one's hit out to center again. Werner's trots in, he's got it, and the second out of the inning is Teglin again flies out to center field. Bennett Brathel walked and grounded out to short so far, 0 for 1.
7, Bennett Brathel.
For Hastings baseball.
Right now at 90 pitches through 5 2/3.
That's an alley back in Burnsville. We'll have full coverage on KWA. Waiters bracket.
And the pitch, swing, and a miss, strike 1, down in the dirt. Rudd stays at first base, as Dornfeld didn't have it get far away from him.
This is the number 6. And this is high school baseball, postseason tomorrow.
0-1 pitch to Bennett Brathel. Hit out to right. That is down and in for a base hit. Right over to third, and the Hawks have runners on the corners here with 2 out in the 6th inning. As Bennett just got that one over the first baseman's head down into shallow right, and with the ball down 2 away, Rudd running on contact. He's over at third base.
First baseman Nick Brandt.
And Nick Brandt with a chance to get the Hawks on the board here with 2 out in the 6th. Popped out to second base and has struck out swinging this far today, 0 for 2.
Brent's trying to pitch himself out of the first and third jam.
First pitch swinging, that's foul down the third base line, 0-1.
A leadoff hit by pitch by Max Krebs. Rudd running for him. He's at third.
Murray on the corners here. First time the Hawks with the base runner at third thus far. Up and in for a ball, 1-1.
Nick Brandt pitches to Sutter. Leading 4-0. Out hitting now the Hawks 8-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And 1 from Jack Wright.
And the 1-1 swing and a miss, 1-2. So 1-2 now to Brand. See if he shortens up the swing here. Just try to get a base hit, get the Hawks on the board.
Base runners, they've stranded 5 through the first 5 innings.
Brathel's going. That's down. That's a ball. 2-2. Brathel down to second base. And 2 runners in scoring position now for Brandt. 2-2 count.
For the Hawks, for Nick Brandt. Miesville trying to keep
They
things up.
chose not to throw it on because they didn't want to.
And the 2-2. Up and away. Full count now to Brandt with 2 away.
3-2 and a full count.
First base now open for Miesville as Brathel stole second base.
Runners on third.
Full count pitch from right to Brandt. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Brandt swings for the fences and misses, and the Hawks are done here in the 6th. Strand 2 in scoring position, but through 6 now. Miesville 4, Hastings nothing. 2, 3, 4, Morris, Werner, and Reinhardt due up for Miesville in the 7th inning.
Down the overtime aces, 10.
Back here for the top of the 7th inning, Morris, Werner, and Reinhardt will face a new Hawks pitcher as number 19, Connor Iverson, will pitch for the Hawks. So the lefty Iverson will get his first inning of work here today. First pitch call strike, 0-1. Morris, the only Miesville batter not to reach a base so far today, 0 for 3. And that one's fouled back. 0-2. Two good innings for Vinny Modell. Gave up one unearned run and one walk.
Nobody on, nobody out. Top half inning, number 7, 0-2. Max Morris.
No hits. Did not strike out a batter, but pitched well in his 2 innings. That one's fouled away. 0-2. And the cottonwood trees are in full force here today, as it's almost like a snow globe out there behind home plate.
Cloudy skies, and you can tell with the dandelions popping out.
So 0-2 here to from Iverson. And that one fouled off of Morris's instep a foot, and still 0-2. In through 6, Miesville 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. The Hawks no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error today. Through 6.
Nice job by Tiglin to go out and switch play. Max Morris fouled that one off his foot, and you can tell he was a little shaken up. Tiglin goes out and talks to his pitcher Iverson.
So again, an 0-2 pitch here from Iverson to Morris is outside for ball, 1-2. 5th pitch of the at-bat as Morris able to foul off 3 pitches so far. The lefty fires. That one's hit back through his legs and into center field for a base hit. And Morris gets on base for the first time today. That'll bring up Joey Werner, 0 for 2 with a walk. Reached on a 2-base error back in the 5th and scored Miesville's 4th run of the day. So we'll have our first lefty-lefty match up for Connor Iverson as he faces Joey Werner. That's high, ball 1. Jack Wright for Miesville through 6 innings. He's thrown 98 pitches, just giving up the 2 hits. We'll see if he comes back out for the 7th. This one's high, 2-0.
Did you ask for change?
Iverson with the 2-0 pitch to Werner. That one's in for a strike, 2-1. Third pitcher of the day for the Hawks. Ben Teglin started, went 4. Gave up 3 runs. Vinny Modell pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 unearned run. Iverson looked to second, then goes over to first to get Werner at first base. Morris will run down to second on the 1-3 putout.
Now batting left fielder, number 23, Brock Reinhardt.
So Brock Reinhardt, the cleanup hitter, will come up to bat. 0 for 1 today, sac fly and a walk. So he has an RBI and reached on base back in the 1st inning on a walk. Another left-handed hitter, so Iverson, 2nd straight lefty he'll face. And the lefty pitcher, ball 1.
Does it go to both of us? I was going to pick it up just a little bit ago.
Checking the runner down at second and fires high, 2-0.
town in the season opener. All these heard live on KDWA as every
So 2-0 to Reinhardt. Nelson on deck here with with one out, excuse me. And it's 3-0.
outside 3-0. Winning against Red Wing on Memorial Day Monday.
Morris down at second base, got his first base hit of the day. Went to second on the out by Werner.
3-1. Are well positioned to do so.
And the pitch. That's right there for a strike, 3-1.
Runner on second, 1 out. Top half of inning at number 7.
So 3-1, 1 out. Runner on second base.
Moving in and out. After overcast skies all day.
3-1 pitch, strike 2. Nice off-speed pitch there on the inside corner, full count.
Morris, now single. He advanced to second on a ground ball back to the pitcher. By Werner, now 3-2 to Reinhardt.
And the pitch. Oh, just called a ball 4.
Misses, and that's a Hastings Bus Company walk.
That is the first one I disagree with the whole game.
And that's a walk. Werner's on first and second. And 1 out for Nelson, who is 1 for 3 today.
Evan Nelson now 2 on, 1 out. Here in the top half of inning at number 7. So pitch running over at first for Reinhardt.
34.
For
Braden
Miesville.
Baldock.
Brady Bulbach. Well, Brady Bulldog pinch running at first base for Miesville with runners on first and second, 1 out, top 7th.
Braden Baldock, now batting in front of Evan Nelson.
Braden Baldock running at first. Evan Nelson.
Cut and a miss, strike 1.
1 for 3, a single in the third, a fly out to left, and a strikeout. Now swings and misses here on the delivery from Iverson. Miesville leading 4-0, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. 2 on, a single and a walk. In the middle of this, Mudhens order trying to
And the pitch high and away for a ball,
make something happen.
1-1.
Out to Nelson. Wind moving a little bit out to straightaway center, maybe a tiny bit right to left, but for the most part, just a healthy breeze.
Checks the runner at second base, and the pitch. Check swing, strike 2.
Says yes, and it's 1-2 to Nelson. Pitch inside. Nelson almost swung the bat trying to get out of the way. And unfortunately for him, ends in a strike.
So 1-2 here to Nelson with 1 away. McNeil is due up next.
The Hawks 9-2. Nelson had a 2-out single in the third for his.
Checks the runner and high, 2-2.
Stays outside, 2-2.
Iverson had 20 pitches here so far in the 7th inning.
Miesville Mudhens baseball. 2-1 start to the season. We're at Vets Park in Hastings right now. Miesville baseball there
2-2 count, checking the runners.
to Nelson.
Long look back and fires. That one's popped up. Very shallow center field. And it's going to land. Throw to second, though, will get the runner.
Having to wave to his Baldock over at
As Baldock is retired at second base
and it will be
on the fielder's choice.
a fielder's choice, a tough one for Evan Nelson.
8-6 fielder's choice.
At second,
And now 2 away. So McNellis will bat with runners on the corners, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning.
Morris advances to third. Nelson on first brings up Lucas McNellis. He's 1 for 2. Double and a run scored in the second.
And that one's chopped up in the air. Rasmussen has it at third. Fires. Great scoop by Brandt. And the Hawks get out of the 7th inning on a nice defensive play by Nick Brandt over at first base. And Miesville With a 0 in the top of the 7th, we're at stretch time. Hawks need to get the bats going, down 4-0. DeSutter, Greeter, and Larson due up when we return. New Miesville pitcher here in the 7th inning is Blake Ritzer. Wright goes 6 innings, 98 pitches, no runs, 2 hits, walks 4, and strikes out 5 on the day. First pitch here to Cooper DeSutter is a strike.
Saw some action earlier this season in relief. Fires a strike into Cooper DeSutter.
And the next pitch is low, 1-1. Looks like the Hawks have Gavin Oddman warming up down in the bullpen. He may get the 8th inning. And DeSutter follows this one off, 1-2.
That ball is out of play and into sponsor territory, courtesy of the Michael Larson Insurance Agency.
Hawks left fielder 0 for 1 with a walk today. This one chopped foul and down to Sean Matson over the third base coaching area, and he'll throw it back in, 1-2. Again, coming to Cooper DeSutter. Flew out to left in the third, hit very deep, but in the park. This one's hit out to shallow center, and Warner will come in and make the play for 1 away. 9-hitter Jason Greer will bat next. 0 for 2 today.
Now by number 4, second baseman Jason Greeter.
So Greeter batting with 1 out. Greed's 0 for 2 today. Takes strike 1.
Fly out to right and a strikeout over the Hawks' second baseman Jason Greeter. 0-1.
Outside, 1-1.
Action earlier, threw a lot of strikes. Don't expect that to change too much here today. And the 1-1.
Turns on one here, hit foul. And it's a 1-2 count here to Greeter from Ritzer. Bottom of the 7th inning. Sun's come out a bit here at Park. Holds off here, 2-2.
Pitch, but Greeter saw it on the inside corner and watched it go by. 2-2, nobody on, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th.
And that one catches Greeter, I think, in the shoulder and a hit by pitch. So the Hawks have a base runner with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Turns the lineup over to Dylan Larson. Larson 0 for 2 with a walk.
Now number 47, Dylan Larson.
It's a 7th base runner today now for the Hawks. 5 free passes, just the 2 singles thus far. the Hawks. So here's the pitch to Larson inside. 2-0. Just base hits for Rasmussen and Brath so far for the Hawks today. But Greeter over at first. 2-0 pitch is away. 3-0.
No smoking. I can smell it.
3-0 pitch. Yeah, it's one is right in there. 3-1.
Something happen. Miesville trying to avoid a crooked number. Keep this 4-0 deficit.
Outside for ball 4, and Larson will go down to first. Greeter will move up to second base.
No smoking. Now batting number 1, Nolan Drossel.
And that'll bring up Nolan Drossel. Nolan 0 for 3 today. 2 on though, and just 1 out here in the 7th inning. Hawks trying to get back into this game, down 4-0. And that one's a liner right at the shortstop. And they throw it over to first base and double off Larson. A second time today that the Hawks have stung one right at a fielder for a double play. And we are through 7 full here at Vets Park. Miesville 4 and the Hawks nothing. We'll be back. Back here, top of the 8th inning, bottom third of the Miesville lineup, Gordon, Dornfeld, and Piney.
Gordon is 2 for 3 on the day. Single in the second, single in the 4th.
And first pitch from Iverson's a strike, 0-1. Gordon 2 for 3, 2 runs scored.
Pitched around and strained at 2 Mudhens base runners.
This bottom third of the Miesville lineup's done most of the damage today. There's a pitch on the outside corner, 0-2. All 3 of them, they at one point, the 3 of them were 5. Hawks got all 3 out the last time up. And 0-2's hit foul down by the Miesville bullpen, hits off of the light stand, and we are 0-2.
That's the second time that we couldn't give $1 away.
So 0-2 now. Iverson fires. Called strike 3. Gordon goes down on strikes for the first out of the 8th inning.
Batting number 9, CJ Dornfeld.
So CJ Dornfeld will step in. He also 2 for 3, as I said, reached his first 2 times. Ground ball to shortstop back in the 6th inning. And the pitch, and he puts down a bunt. Teglin's got it, fires, and they say they give Dornfeld just safe at first base on a bunt single.
And a good stretch by Brand, but a better hustle down the first base line by Dornfeld.
So the catcher legs out a bunt hit where he hit it straight back towards the pitcher, but not very far, and Teglin came out from home plate, made a strong throw over to first base, but just safe at first as Dornfeld. And Piney now will bat, and he hits one out to left, almost right at the setter. He makes a couple steps over towards center field and puts away the second out of the inning. As Piney goes down, he is 1 for 3 today, and Vujovic will bat next. Vujovic is 1 for 4 today, a single in the first and 3 flyouts. So a lefty-lefty matchup again here for Iverson, with a runner on and 2 outs. That's down and away for ball, 1-0. And the swing and a miss, strike one, 1-1.
Bunt single by C.J. Dornfeld with 1 out. He's still on first. Miesville has not attempted.
And the 1-1 pitch from the lefty Iverson comes to the lefty Vujovic, down and away for ball, 2-1. Morris on deck would bat if Vujovic can reach base.
So 1 on, 2 outs here. And top of the 8th.
Iverson checking the runner. Dornfeld at first and fires down, 3-1.
Isn't it kind of funny hearing them both saying almost the same thing with the same deflection at the same time?
So a 3-1 count here.
Now with the sun out, 3-1 to Ben Vujovic.
The leadoff hitting Vujovic.
Runner on first.
And that's ball 4 outside, and Miesville now with runners on first and second with 2 away. And Morris will bat. Morris 1 for 4. Everybody in the Miesville lineup has reached at least 1 time today. 10 hits for the Mudhens.
He was stranded on third.
4 walks and an error, so 15 base runners today so far for Miesville.
2 on and 2 outs in the top of the 8th, looking for insurance. Larson holding the runner at second.
And this one's hit out to left. DeSutter coming in, and he will make the play to end the top of the 8th inning, retiring Morris and the Mudhens. We're through 7.5. Miesville 4, Hastings nothing. Krebs, Rasmussen, and Teglin due up for the Hawks. We'll see if Max will come out and hit after getting hit in the helmet earlier today, as the Hawks pinch ran for at the time. We'll be right back. So Max Krebs will lead off the 8th inning for the Hawks. Good to see Max back in there after taking a pitch to the helmet, or was hit by a pitch back inning. Charlie came on to pinch run for him, and he's back here and hits a base hit into center field. So Krebs with the Hawks' 3rd hit of the afternoon, a leadoff single in the 8th. And Kellen Rasmussen will bat next, 1 for 3 today.
Kellen Rasmussen.
So now the Hawks with something to work with here in the 8th, and Miesville trying to pitch around. A leadoff single.
So a leadoff single puts Krebs over at first for Rasmussen, and he fouls one back out of play, 0-1.
Roofing foul ball.
Did that go out of play?
Roofing repairs, you won't call a foul when they're roofing. Roofing done right. Contact them at 507.
Another lucky fan is hitting home with $1, courtesy of the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
So now an 0-1 pitch to Rasmussen's outside, 1-1.
Rasmussen reached base on an error in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, and then flew up to right in the 6th. Fourth at bat here in the 8th as Ritzer steps off and getting back over to first is Krebs.
1-1 here to Rasmussen, and he tips one foul back into the fence, 1-2. Hawks down 4-0, being out hit 10-3 so far today. Runner on first, though, nobody out here in the 8th. And Rasmussen hits one to shallow right field. Right fielder comes on, he will make the play, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Krebs, nice job. Hang about a third of the way down towards second base once the play was made, able to get back in time at first.
Now batting number 10, Johnny Teglin.
I bring up Johnny Teglin 0 for 3 today. Couple fly balls to center field, and that hard hit line drive double play ball right at the second baseman, Piney. This one's hit down the line, foul, and nobody's going to get to that one, and it's 1 strike.
High cheekbone,
0-1.
break, or ball. He's having surgery. He's having surgery today.
Off his arm first.
So Teglin steps back in on an 0-1 count. Ritzer at 22 pitches so far.
0-1 now to Johnny Teglin.
And Krebs going, fire down to second, and they get him at second base. Nice play there to erase the Hawks runner, and there's now 2 away and nobody out here in the 8th inning. So 2-0, or excuse me, 0-2 to Teglin with 2 away. And that one's fouled back and out of play again. We'll stay at 0-2.
Here on the bottom of the 8th, Miesville leading 4-0. Now 2 outs and nobody
That
on.
baseball just increased someone's value by $1 thanks to the Michael Thorson Insurance Agency.
And cutting a miss to by Teglin. He strikes out. He goes down, as do the Hawks in the 8th. And we'll go to the top of the 9th with Miesville leading the Hawks 4-0. And we will see Werner, Reinhardt, and Nelson due up here for the Mudhens in the 9th inning when we return. Ready here in the ninth inning, Iverson back out on the mound for his, third inning of relief. Zach Simon warming up in the bullpen, but just getting some bullpen work in as the varsity team is back in action Monday. If they win Monday, they play Tuesday. If they win Tuesday, they could have up to 2 games Wednesday. So Zach's going to need to be ready for the varsity team. First pitch here, hit out to right center, and that's going to be down and in the gap. Drossel back to the fence to get it. Werner is going to go for 3, and he will be in there with a triple. So Werner with the triple.
And Werner sits 90 feet away as Miesville looks for insurance here in the ninth.
And with a 4-run lead, now Miesville has that leadoff triple for Reinhardt now batting. He has a sacrifice fly back in the 5th, scoring Werner after he had reached on an error. That's outside for ball, 1-0.
It turned into a great day for baseball. It was a little, I don't want to say scary earlier today, but if that rain comes down harder and sustained.
This one's popped up foul and out of play, 1-1. Iverson at 36 pitches so far in his appearance.
Who gets a new baseball and the fan gets $1, courtesy of the Michael Fortune Insurance Agency.
So 1-1 count here. Nobody out. Werner over at third with that triple. Reinhardt hits one out to center. Drossel ranging back. He'll make the play. That'll be another sick fly for Reinhardt, and Miesville takes a 5-0 lead. And so 1 away here in the ninth. Now Miesville up 5-0. 5-11-2 for Miesville. 0-3-1 for the Hawks.
Now batting 21, Evan Nelson.
And Nelson 1 for 4. And that one is fair ball. You could see the chalk, and he will take a big turn, but a nice play there out and left by DeSutter to get it in quickly, and that'll hold Nelson to a single with 1 away.
Nelson sits on first now with 1 out.
Now batting first baseman number 66, Lucas McNellis.
And the two teams here about 10 minutes apart, and Nelson, one of the 5, I believe, Hastings kids on the roster for Miesville, or at least Hastings graduates. And that one's hit sharply to Rasmussen out of his glove. He'll quickly fire over, not in time. And McNellis will reach.
I'm inclined to be an easy grader, but
Hit, Derek?
it was 50-50, kind of up to the official scorer here. I will go E5 if we want to be.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see
We're going to call that an error. I think I agree with that. That was a tough play, but it was in and out of Kellen's glove.
It would have been off the glove of Rasmussen.
Be interesting to see what the guys think about after the game, if that was the right call or not. But 2 on, 1 away here in the ninth. Run in and called strike to Gordon here.
Now batting number 10, Marshall Gordon.
2 for 4 on the day.
Swung at the first pitch in both the second and fourth innings and sent singles out to left and center field respectively.
So Iverson checking the runner at second base. Pitch here, another strike. 0-2 to Gordon. Nelson at second, McNeely at first.
Ground ball to third, displayed by Rasmussen. And that's where we sit with 2 on and 1 out here on the top of the ninth. Miesville leading 5-0.
Checks the runners again. 0-2 pitch. Runner going to third. That's rolled out to Greeter at second. Larson to 1 to Brandt for a double play. Nice 4-6-3. Second time today the Hawks have pulled off a 4-6-3 double play. Miesville gets one in the ninth. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. Hawks down 5-0. Due up. Brathel, Brandt, and DeSutter 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. Hawks need 5 to force extra innings and avoid a 4th straight loss. We'll be right back. And we're back here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Bennett Brathel 1 for 2 and a walk, having a nice game again here today for the Hawks. 6-hitter in the lineup. Hawks down 5-0. Need to get something going here in the ninth. Just outside for ball, 1-0. 26th pitch of the day for Ritzer in 2+ innings of relief. Cutting a miss here from Brathel, 1-1. Bennett has one of the 3 Hawks hits today. And nice off speed, swing and a miss, strike 2. Just 3 hits for the Hawks, but they have had 6 guys reach via walk or hit by pitch. That's fouled out of play. We'll stay at 1-2.
Foul ball, dollar call, courtesy of the Michael Thorson.
And swing and a miss. So Brathel goes down on strikes for the first time today. And that'll bring up Nick Brandt for 3 today. Pop to second and a couple strikeouts. Second strikeout of the day for Ritzer in his 2 1/3 innings of work. That's away for ball 1. And cutting a miss, strike 1, 1-1. And just high, 2-1.
Leading 5-0. Hasn't been any huge day.
And inside, 3-1.
Missing inside again. And the hitters count for Nick Brandt, 3-1 for Blake Ritzer. Meinhardt, Werner,
One away here in the ninth, and the pitch cutting a miss, strike 2, 3-2.
Gordon, Nelson, Piney, and McMillis on the infield. Dornfeld having himself a day. Catcher.
And the full count delivery outside. Oh no, he rung him up for strike 3. And Brandt down for the 3rd time today on strikes. First time not swinging. Looking at that one, called strike 3. And DeSutter, the last chance for the Hawks here in the ninth, down 5-0. That's inside for a ball. I thought that pitch was outside, but I think this home plate umpire's been pretty darn good today. He's a little bit smaller zone, but he's been pretty consistent, and that's what you're really looking for usually. This is hit well to right field, down, and that's to the fence. DeSutter will get to second base and pull up with a 2-out double. And that Reader here with 2 away in the 9th inning.
We'll get another ticket drawn here quick. Now batting number 4, Jason Greeter.
4th hit of the game for the Hawks. I believe the first extra base hit of the day. And Greeter will bat 0 for 2 and reached on hit by pitch last time in the 7th. And the first pitch to Jason's on the outside corner, first strike, 0-1. Greeter having maybe his best year at the plate that I can remember, quite a while. He was hitting .389 coming into today. Takes a ball, 1-1.
Nice piece of hitting by Cooper DeSutter.
And the 1-1 pitch to Greeter. Hit up the middle, but Piney, the second baseman, has it. Throws over, and that will end the game. Miesville defeats the Hawks today. 5 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors. Hawks, no runs, 4 hits, 1 error.
And that'll do it from Betts Park.
Hawks fall to 4-5 on the season. Miesville goes to 3-1. Taglin, the loser, in pitched 4 innings to start for the Hawks today. Wright, the winner, went 6 scoreless. And Ritzer pitched the final 3 for Miesville. Pretty solid game all around. Hawks just not able to get the big hit to put up a couple of runs on the board. Just 3 errors in the game. And again, Miesville with the 5-0 win. Hawks will be back in action against Minneapolis and try to get back in the win column. Until then, thanks for joining us. See ya. Bye.